doing a little impromptu Yuletide streaming here. So I had the evening free, and I thought might be fun to jump in and play a little Lord of the Rings online tonight. I thought maybe a little level one Lotro could be fun, or different things we could do. But I am fully invested in the Yule Festival here on the beautiful Treebeard server this year. What's funny is I have all these things I need to get, and then on my main character on Landreval, I'm loaded. I'm flush with Yule tokens from last year, and then since this is the first Yule Festival on Treebeard, not so much. I have 0. I got 30 yesterday, so I got this cool tunic that doesn't look quite right. I'll show you that in a second. And that's pretty much it. So I'm happy to announce I made it to level 50 finally. Where'd it go? Yeah, so I got this cool Yule tunic, but I don't have anything to accompany it with, so it just looks kind of weird. So we're gonna, I'm not too hardcore with the festivals. I generally try to take it kind of easy and be reasonable because I'm a busy guy. And so I just try to do this, the Spirit of Yule, or whatever the daily wrapper quest is for the particular festival, so I don't burn myself out too bad, because I have burnt myself out. And then one thing, I don't know if the other festivals do this, but with the Yule Festival, they do the, where is it? Mission. Anyway, it's like a mission for the something. I forget what it's called, but it's just to encourage you to do a mission. So then I thought, all right, what mission do I focus on? Wildwood. We got Erebor now. We've got still got Elderslade, even though it's the legendary server, and we have now Gundabad. And what I realized is that the what do you call it? The Wildwood ones, I ran through those before, and they have a pretty sweet mount, so I decided to focus my efforts there. So that's kind of where we are at this particular moment, doing what we can to protect the people of the Wildwood. And so this one, I mean, it's fine. We're just going to hack down a bunch of goblins, if you can believe it. Imagine killing goblins in the Lord of the Rings Online. And diffuse bombs and stuff. It's fine. It's what it is. And we'll do a different one each day, just to, get that thing done and earn some points, because my first run of the wild... Hello. You love to see the lag. My first run of the old... of these particular missions left me with like 50 tokens. And you need 200 for the mount. The other thing is that I kind of glossed over. I did the bare minimum of the Elderslade missions. And they're fine, but it's really all about the reward track, isn't it? And how many tokens you can get, and so on and so forth. And just the rewards aren't there. It's all dwarvish. I got an elf character with a hobbit hold, so I'm very conflicted. I'm in therapy to try to sort these identity issues out. But I definitely don't want dwarf stuff clogging up my house. So what does that leave me with? That leaves me with wonderful Wildwood horse. The other option is the Bilbo continuing adventures, or ongoing adventures line, which is super fun. I did that on my main on Landreval. Quit it. Quit trying to explode whatever you're doing. And that's got some good stuff too. It's got some more elvish type stuff, because you've got some Rivendell sort of things. That's fun. But what am I trying to say here? It doesn't count for these mission dailies. At least that's the last thing I heard. So that's something they got to fix. I don't know if it's all the servers or just Treebeard or the legendaries or what. So I can't do those. So we're just going to focus on getting ourselves a really cool Wildwood steed. So I just ran through the Wildwood. I was doing Angmar, and I got so sick of Angmar. Imlad Balkoth, if that means anything to you. and so I needed a break. I needed a vacation from Angmar, and so I did the whole Wildwood Zone except for a couple quests, and now I'm down to just the repeatables for that. And it was a nice treat. It was the first time I'd properly run through the Wildwood. Prior to that, I just kind of poked around a little bit to see what it was, and it's very good zone. You can tell it's the type of thing that has the designers really are showing their chops, because it's way more streamlined and organized and pleasant to be in than some other zones. So that's pretty cool. And they want to make sure everybody, even the hardest of hardcore, have something to do in these zones. So there's no shortage of repeatables in the Wildwood. And then of course you have the missions on top of that. Quick. And I gotta tell you, I was a little hesitant to focus on an elf, a high elf, but I'm enjoyed it, and I'm glad I picked a champion, because champion's pretty dirt basic, but they're basic because they just do combat. And in a game that's like 90% combat, that's kind of what you want. Anyways. And so Penphalos here, basically my main at this point. I still have Dr. Roxo, the Rock and Roll Hobbit, on Landreval, so he's kind of my high level main. But where I am now, and what I'm trying to do with this game, and what I expect and what I want out of this game, has changed a little bit. And so Treebeard has been like a bit of a fresh start for me. So this dude is, definitely my main at this point. And it's really, you know, for someone like me who's been playing this game off and on since it started, it's really just a chance for me to have one main character where I do all the things, or as many of the things as I can and am willing to do. Hello. No, you don't want to just fight my NPC friend? That's cool. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to tussle. I'm pretty decently equipped at this point. I've only, as far as endgame stuff on Treebeard, that's fun. Poor buddy, look at him. He died vertically. Anyway, I'm pretty well equipped. I've only done one proper Uragarth run as far as endgame stuff goes, but my kin, Not So Hasty, has been trying to do more stuff. I had a very funny run 2 weeks ago, 2 Saturdays ago, because the kinship did Stourlock, the Rift, the Balrog raid, and it was the weirdest thing because I was on vacation. I was at really a lovely mountain spot, a little mountain retreat with very spotty Wi-Fi, and so I had some free time, and I jumped online. And the kin just happened to have a spot for me. And so I said, yeah, let me get in there. So we get in there, we kill the sides, and we get ready for the final fight. And then I just straight up get disconnected. The internet just craps out on me. Log back in the next day, or it might have been 2 days later, when we got back home. And sure enough, it gave me credit for defeating the Balrog, even though I didn't so much as poke him with my sword. So that was a fun moment. I log in, it's like, congratulations, you killed the Balrog. Why don't you go and talk to Elrond about it. So even though it was a minimal effort, I was basically just there in spirit. I did defeat the Balrog, and I have the title to prove it. But I didn't get any sick gear from that except for, was it this one? I can't find it now. Actually, I think it's this, yeah, Glorfindel's band. You get that band from Glorfindel. As far as decent, more exciting gear, I got this sword from Uragarth, and I got this chest piece from Uragarth. So anyway, next stop will be Helagrod, which Not So Hasty has run that, but I was not a part of that, unfortunately. Come on, where'd you go? It's a weird decision they made with this particular mission, that you have to go through Rathril. I think that was quite odd. Because now, I'm just kind of ready to go. But I can't find her. I can't... Oh, there we go. Come on. There she is. Sup, bro? Hey, bro. Alright. So we got our mission done for today. We're going to head back to good old winter home. By the way, I have a mission or a podcast episode for winter home on Beneath Your Feet. I am past due for the latest episode. We did the LOTRO stream last week. We did an awesome pub crawl. It was super fun. And I got the script almost written, but man, I was fighting the absolute most brutal cold and all week long. So I'm just now starting to feel a little bit better. And so while I've got the script mostly written and I have a really cool interview with Scenario, the LOTRO dev, man, I don't know when I'm going to record. Should be within the next week.
A lovely day, isn't it?
So hopefully that'll get out soon, and then in about 3 weeks we'll have our next official LOTRO stream for Beneath Your Feet. And we're trying to figure out a holiday one. So if you've got any ideas for that, definitely hit me up in the chat. Alright, here we are back in beautiful winter home. I got lucky yesterday. I was the hello, that's cool armor. I got to play Bilbo in the Globe Theatre and make my debut as a thespian. But now it's time to get some quests on here, get our daily done, get our daily dose of... I want to do the Charitable Spirit. I'm just not ready to give up my Yule coins yet. And really, you know, you hate to see it, but I'm just kind of about efficiency at this point, and so I just want to get the quests done as quickly as I can so I can rack up those Yule tokens and get the stuff. All I have is a sad little Charlie Brown tree at my hobbit hole, and I need more stuff.
I'll not be ignored.
Hello, friend. Could you help me with something?
I want to thank all of you for tuning in on this lovely Friday evening to watch me pick up gross stuff in a fictional lodge. I mean, let's be honest, this is basically the Dollywood of Middle-earth. It's just here for the holidays. It's just here to stuff people full of food and give them something to do around the Yuletide. Alright. See if we can get out on this Storvâgûn raid, for instance. I only did Storvâgûn. I find that I don't invest that heavily in this stuff. Excuse me. So I only did Storvâgûn like once or twice last year. So hopefully I'll be able to do it a few more times this year and get some more of those excellent tokens so I can get this stuff. Alright, we're in. We're in, boys. Let's do this. So if you don't know... Hold on, I gotta suit up properly. If you don't know, what they started doing not too long ago was, along with the seasonal instances, they basically rehashed some of the older instances just to, like, reuse some of the stuff, but also just to give us some new options as far as stuff to do around the holidays. So I thought it was a pretty smart move, right? Because you can reuse some of these older assets and give us new ways to interact with the festivals. So that's pretty smart. And they upped the ante by creating these special tokens that are just for these particular instances. So it's pretty clever design. And essentially all we're going to do here today is chop a bunch of giants. So that's pretty cool. Alright, let's get in some hot giant killing action. I'm going to swap up the build here. I'm going to go to my AoE build. We're going to go from being a stab, stab, stab babe to an AoE babe. Take it from there. And, yeah, let's see what happens. Guess I better get in the fight, huh? Never stream and text, friends. It's dangerous. I love how the Angmarim are everywhere. Like, if you think about it, especially now with Gundabad on the books, like these kids are everywhere. And so I try to, because I'm just a nerd, I try to sort of like rationalize that and think, alright, what does that mean canonically? Like, how do you get thousands of dudes to come up to Angmar? Like, I recently watched the Nerd of the Rings video about this very topic, about Angmar and specifically the Witch King and his role in the Third Age, and how he just tore up Arthanine and these other former kingdoms. So it makes it sound like Angmar was this massive nation there for a minute. No, we're not doing so hot, are we? And so it's kind of like, well, what does that mean? Does Angmar have a GDP? Do they have you know, a standing army? Do they have rations and farms and a food chain, a food supply, and things like that? And if so, who are these people that are still Angmarim today? Anyway, I tend to overthink these stuff, which is why I have to podcast about it. I have to get it out of my system. Okay, I think we're doing okay. Let me go help my buddies over here. Alright, y'all shut up. And if I'm concerned about the Angmarim, should I not be concerned about the bajillions of giants I'm fighting right now? What's the socioeconomic status of these giants? Oh boy. Things are looking rough, kids. Let's see. By the way, we're on tier 2. I don't know if that's a bad thing or not. Let me focus here. I've already burned both my self-heals. Guess I should stop yapping about giant infrastructure and actually focus on the fight. Come on. Alright, let me go get this kid. I guess as long as I've got aggro, let me pop my, hello, thanks for the boost, pop my high elf racial, give my group a better damage shot here for a second. So I'm focusing on the giants because those yetis, I forget what they're called, the snow beasts, they're a far less serious deal than these dudes. Oh, there's a little preemptive there. I'm gonna shake it off. Oh, there's another one over there. Because, uh-oh. Ooh, he got me. Man, that's rough. That is rough. I don't know why they do tier 2. Seems like a lot of trouble to me. And I'm going to get killed by a hailstorm. Quite possibly my least favorite band. Come on. What's the play here, team? Maybe we can go fast. Ay, ay, ay. No me gustó. Let me grab this ad over here. So many ads. My goodness. We're going to shake the fear off and just keep swinging. What do you do when giants threaten your Yuletime fun? You just keep swinging. One. That's the other weird thing, is he keeps going into this immunity state that I don't understand. But it's a strange world. There's plenty I don't understand. That got us some attention. Jeed is in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Kill these yetis. We're gonna kill them for Gene. I didn't know if I had it in me, but I said, you want to know what? I'm gonna kill these yetis for Gene. Die, you stupid giant. Phew. Woof. We got him. We got him, coach. Let's get a screenshot here. Oh, where's the thumbs up? Slash. I know how to type. I'm a normal human. There it is. Wanted that thumbs up. That's the ticket. Alright. So what do we get? We got a bunch of tokens. Yas. What did I get? Why am I being congratulated? I know how to play this game. I got... What'd I get? Ooh, I got a nice wrist strong bracer of the bear in winter. That is definitely better than this other thing, so let's fix that. Bam. Very good, very good, very good. Alright, let's get up out of here. Alright, we'll get back to the more peaceable elements of the... You love to see it. We're going to go from slaying giants to cleaning up grimy dishes, from a passed out and quite possibly dead hobbit. Look at this poor kid. That guy, he's been laying there for about 10 years now. He is definitely dead. But that's okay. Alright, let's get the stuff. Because that's really, we got to stay on track here, friends. Yeah, we got to stay on track. because we're here to get the stuff. Not worry too much about hobbits who may or may not be frozen cadavers here in Middle-earth. What else have we got to do? We got to clean some dishes. We got to bake some bread. We got to steal a... What's up, Trusian? We got to steal a keg, which is fun. Gene, when are we going to get back to Tiny Taverns, man? Keg run. Oh, it's the man. Yeah, scheduling is rough, especially when we've got such a big group. I mean, who ever heard of seven people in a tabletop group? But it'll be fine. Mostly, you know, as I've been saying, my goal is to just... I need the cosmetics. This blue is not working for me for the Yuletide spirit. Yes, Lord of the Rings is free to play. Unfortunately, they had a code up until the end of November, which got you basically everything except the big expansions for free. So the game's free to play, free to download. You can get, like, I don't know, level 30-ish without spending any money. After that, you kind of have to either spend a little cash or start grinding points, but it's free to get started. So if you're a Lord of the Rings nerd like me, then it's super duper fun. Yeah, dude. It's standard MMO fare, but, you know, I'm such a Lord of the Rings nerd that you could be doing basically anything in Middle-earth and I would enjoy it. Alright, what's our next task here after we steal from the rich? We're going to go get some firewood. Look at this dude. Got like the King of Winter here. Hello, Father Christmas. You're looking great. Oh my. Alright, let's get out of here. After I send a text, of course. Alright, let's get out of here. It's too crowded in there. I need to be off in the wild, punching trees in the face. So I need 8 more quests for the dailies. So we're going to do the usual rounds, and then if we need to, we'll go and build a snowman. That's job done. All right. Let's get some firewood, shall we? There they go. Yeah, so what they did some years ago was build just a totally new zone for the Yule Festival. There are still festivals in the general game regions, but it's just too convenient having it all in one zone. It's one of my favorite things in any of these types of games is just running around defeating lower level mobs like Sir Lancelot and the Holy Grail. Too much fun. Back up. Who's this dude? It's such a weird like demographic on these legendary servers. Just noticing a lot of unkinned people, which is fine. And I think Treebeard is the weirdest of all because with the reduced XP gain, it's kind of got a naturally higher shelf life. So I think it's probably one of the more active legendary servers because Honor has been going the longest, but it's my understanding is that even though there's a slightly reduced XP gain, folks still just kind of pop on and off. They'll come and they'll do the new content and then they'll go away. With Shadowfax, it's so fast that folks just, I don't know. I imagine I don't have anything to back this up besides anecdotal data, but it seems like it's so pumped up that folks just kind of do the content, get the stuff, and then they peace out until the next expansion. But it's what it is. Wake up, Yetis. It's Christmas time. In case you missed it, we're bringing Yule cheer to the abominable snow beasts by cheering at them. Get it? It's a pun. And what Yule festival is complete without Hobbit-style mushrooms? I wonder how much research the devs do. Do people actually grow mushrooms this way? Alright, I think 2, 3. I think we got enough for our daily. Let's go find out. Alright, let's check it out. What did we get? Let's see. And just some Yule tokens. That's okay.
This is intolerable.
Defeated the snow beasts. If you've never done this before, it ends up being very Dickensian because you have kind of this area where I am now, which is like the poor part of town. These poor exploited proletariats.
What can I do for you?
And then you have the mayor and his ilk. And in the end, you kind of have to decide who you're going to back, which is kind of fun, kind of a nice holiday story, kind of a very traditional story.
Hello there.
Certainly a leg up
How can I be of
for
service?
a you know, MMO
This is intolerable.
seasonal instance.
What is this world?
Alright, so we got our 10 for the Spirit of Yule. Let's go ahead and do... Alright, let me turn this in, and then we'll do the final act. So the final act, if you were not aware, is where you kind of choose sides, and we find out exactly what is going on here in Winterhome. Are we going to stand with the poor and the oppressed? Are we going to back the the rulers.
Could I speak
And I haven't
with you
done
a
it yet on
moment?
this character, so let's go ahead and do that. The mayor says, "Hello there, Penphalos. I was very glad to see that you have enjoyed our festival to the extent that you have. You seem to be much acquainted with many aspects of life in our fair town. I have a special task for you. I dare not speak openly of it here, so I want you to go to Mother Sandy Downs and tell her that I sent you. She will give you further instructions from there." I don't know who that is. Mother Sandy Downs. Ah, yes, she's of course our hobbit gift giver. Well, well, you have made yourself right at home here. You have participated just as the mayor had wished, and you have also gone against his wishes by speaking with those he considers an unsavory influence on his great festival. But now you must choose. One cannot have things both ways in life, not where it matters. Who will you choose to ally yourself with? Well, you know. To be fair, you can do this a few times over. But for the first time on this particular character, we're going to support the poor. I'll give you the short of it. The mayor is feeling a little bit suspicious of the workers and wants someone to spy on them to see what's afoot. What you make of this is for you to decide, but I would talk to the mayor if I were you. See if what he has to say is to your liking. Let's find out. Yes, sir. I am trained royally.
Greetings, friend.
The king of voices. Alright, time to go out the workers here. But I'm no scab. Yes, they call me the man of a million voices. And by a million they mean two.
What do you need?
The mayor is right to send a spy, but you are a friend to us workers, and that is a great boon. I have reason to believe that the mayor uses the extra funds from our lowered wages and overtime for unsavory transactions, and doesn't invest it in making our town better. I've seen Guard Frostway come into town at night to collect money and forms to bring to the fort down by the lake. Will you go investigate down there? Of course I will. I've got nothing else on. I got nothing but free time here. Just checking out other people's cosmetic gear. Just checking out my deeds here. What I need to do is get that deed tracker app. B4 in our kinship does a stream about the plugins for this game, and so he writes a lot of those apps, and they're quite useful. Alright, Guard Frostway, what's on your mind, bud? You nosy patron should mind your own business and stay in the festival area. You're out of bounds, High Elf, and out of your depth, so you're intent on sticking your nose where it doesn't belong. The mayor pays me good money to make sure folks like you don't dig up unwanted dirt. Oh my. Bro. What is going on here? Guard Frostway has been driven off, but the door of the fort opens of its own accord. What is going on here? Who's this dude? He says, "You fool! By challenging this fort, you are challenging the mayor. I think he will send you to the stocks for this. Once I knock you out, and he'll find out whoever sent you here, stranger." This dude is a banker. Why does he think he can take me? It's not smart, buddy. Classic class warfare. Oh boy. We got a corrupt mayor on our hands. Can you even believe it? What the real problem here, the real issue is that Michael Caine is not voicing the mayor. And then it would be the perfect Christmas story. Alright, let's go talk to the mayor. Look, Scrooge, we just want those sweet, sweet Yule coins so I can get a cool outfit and a horse. We don't really want any trouble. Let's see what he has to say for himself.
Hello there.
What's that you have there? The mayor looks at the paper in your hand and pales in alarm as he realizes that you know everything about his irresponsible investing while the folks of his town go hungry. Oh my. Alright. Good news, beggar guy. You got your job
It's
back.
a sorry day.
And you get your job back.
Sorry. Did you need something?
What can I do for
You get your job back. Where's the other one? You get your job back.
Greetings, friend.
Hello. Hopefully first person perspective
How
is not
can I
too
be
jarring.
of
You get your
service?
job back, buddy. I shall be the Oprah of Middle-earth. Oop, hey, oop.
Greetings.
You want to know what? I have done a wonderful thing. I got my cool looking shabby outfit. I got my title. And you want to know what? That is a fine Festivus miracle. Let's see what Mara Sandy Downs has to say. I hope you are satisfied with your decision. There are consequences to either actions. Yeah, well, I got a cool outfit, so I'm feeling pretty good about it. And what better note to end on than that one? So thanks everybody for tuning in. I appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by and checking out the Yule season here in the Lord of the Rings Online. I hope you have an absolutely wonderful weekend, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.